Hello everyone, this is me along with my daughter Angel. She is doing her broadcasting number one or becoming live on the ear session, and it will be an immense pleasure for all of us that my daughter Angel would be a real TVcian. I will be doing along with my daughter Angel the way other broadcasters are doing. She wants to be a billionaire, and I will be definitely promoting my daughter Angel in becoming live on the air. As you want to know about her, she is just 2 years and 2 months old, and she has the passionate that she will be broadcasting or becoming live on the air season. Say hello to everyone. Say hello. Angel, say hello. Hello. What is your name? Say Angel. Angel, yes. She she has a little shy attitude. However, when she is free without anyone, then she will play like anything. So let's promote everyone, all our kids, even for their future generation, in becoming the multi-millionaires or the multi-billionaires also. So I would be definitely recommending everyone that even the babies or the kids, posted about that they can also do their broadcastings along with their parents even. So let us recognize this kind of the moments to everyone, so that this kind of the phenomenal things needs to be fully understood by each and every division. I'm very feel proud of being as not only as a father, I feel really proud and have the gratitude of being my daughter, sending out the messages on her behalf. I will be sending out the messages. However, I want her that she would also be recognized as a real TVcian, not a kringler in this TVC environment and the community. So say hello once again, Angel, to everyone. Hello. Say hello. Hello. Say hello. Say hello. See. So my daughter wants to send out the messages that about this mission statement. Also, I will be reading out on her behalf, and I would make her definitely a real TVcian. And one day when she grows up, also she would have the wide expansion of the community members. We are in the distribution phase also. Just a minute. See, Angel. So for your kind acknowledgement once again that let us be united together because of this wonderful world of the cryptocurrency, the blockchain system, and the cryptocurrency world, and kind of the artificial intelligence that had been already impacted to the different masses across the nations of the globe also. And see, if you want to be a true division, and if you want to be seen as a successful entrepreneur in this cryptocurrency world and the blockchain system, then you should be definitely following all the true leaders and all the dedicated leaders and all the instructions already crafted by the admin, posted recently by the admin in the blog post. Also, please become as not only as a student, try to become as a master or becoming as an expertise in this cryptocurrency world. Also, even see, I would be definitely suggesting everyone all of the fundamental steps, the 23 steps, the disciplinary steps needs to be fully acknowledged by each no, don't do like that, baby. You are on the air now. Don't do like that. Don't be naughty. Don't be a naughty girl, okay? She is very naughty. So all the 23 steps posted by the admin on the June 25th, 2018 should be acknowledged, and I will be definitely recommending you everyone about the condensed form of the 23 steps posted by the admin on the June 25th, 2018, and you should become very familiar how to use about the icebreaker concept. Also, the script had already been posted by the admin. It's a 2-line words and it's ready to use also, and you can share this kind of the scripts by using the latest app screen sharing application Join Me apps. Also, I will be definitely suggesting everyone, please do download the Join Me apps and fully utilize in the organizing of the dedicated team leaders and the more creation of the more and the profound leaders in your respective team also. So please be very specific in using if you are missing these 23 profound steps. Just a minute. Light light goes off, light goes off sudden, no worries at all, so we don't have any issues. Please be silent, my daughter. Miss Angel, you are on the air now. You are now as a real division. So I've been mentioning about the usage of this Use Me apps. Also, you can download it from the respective websites, or you can download it from the official Use Me Use Me app or application. Also, it is ready to use, and for the India country, and I have already established the rally concept. Also, we have started a group session also. I will be definitely indicating our country India, and I would be definitely suggesting for every nations also that for your recognition of your own countries, the acronym or the short form should be in the prefix, and later the relative should be on the letter on the next as a sent to the country code also. So for the country India, I have IN really chat. So we will be organizing the dedicated leaders, and we'll have the expansion of the community members by the fully utilization of this chat application that is for the Android based users. It is available in the Play Store, and for the iPhone users, and you may download from the apps from the Apple main page or the home page also. So let us be very specific in the usage of this. So for the kind acknowledgement, once again, ours is a private crypto. See there. I'm demonstrating and explaining what is our private cryptocurrency and the public cryptocurrency. Okay, please be. So ours is a private cryptocurrency, and the mode of the operandi that is being conducted worldwide is peer-to-peer or the person-to-person, and the other cryptocurrencies that are operating, and the other cryptocurrencies that are operating to the outer environment, they are called the public cryptocurrencies. They are the market-driven coins, and we are not the market-driven coins, and have the pay rise or in terms of the profit generation or the leverage generation of the 1 to 5%, as our coin is being backed up by the most precious living men, women, and children on this earth. However, the coin is being measured by in terms of the grains of the gold. So we should be very specific in the usage of this terminology or the words that our coin is not being backed up by the gold, however is being measured by the value of the gold. So let us use these things in a very specific way. Our coin value won't ever go down in value. It goes 1 to 5% on the daily basis. So we have the mission, we have the vision, we have the prospects that is being clearly and precisely written down in the Pringle Society mission statement. I would be recommending you, all my business associates, brothers and sisters, that you fully understand this Pringle Society mission statement. So we are going to read out the Pringle Society mission statement. Okay, baby? Okay, say okay. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. I will read out the Pringle Society mission statement. Okay? Okay. Okay. Yes. He says okay. See. Just a minute. I would be definitely love to share the Pringle Society mission statement. So it's a very good thing to be acknowledged by all that we have this profound knowledge in the Pringle Private Society or our mission statement. Ours is a global society and it's an Al-Masani society. Once again, it is a public announcement that was posted by the admin, and this 7 pages drafted document is was established on the October 20. This public announcement is directed to the current members of the worldwide private society that has been known since March 2016 as the Billion Coin or the TBC, as well as to all other parties, both public and private, who may have an interest in this information. Definitely, admin have been given instruction to have the full understanding of this information. The intent of this announcement is to inform our members of important changes and the refinements to our structure that are being implemented at this time to better serve our members and more accurately portray the nature and the character of our society. Our private members, just a minute, finger, don't be naughty, okay? See, the intent of this announcement is to inform our members of important changes and the refinements to our structure that are being implemented at this time to better serve our members and the more accurately portray the nature and the character of our society. Our private membership association and our global mission also. This is being undertaken to better define exactly what our society. Angel, don't be naughty. I'm reading. This is being undertaken to better define exactly what our society and membership community is and has always been since our inception. These changes and the refinements are a result of further research and investigation into the necessary compliance requirements of the global system. This relates to laws pertaining to monetary systems, public versus private currencies, and other matters. We have always, since the beginning, directed our efforts in creating the Billion Coin to to be in full compliance with all laws and jurisdictions, while at the same time providing the solutions we have developed to relieve global poverty for all people in this world. With our new research and investigation, we have determined that certain use of the language was misleading or potentially able to misconstrued. Therefore, the time for clarity and the precision is now upon us as a community. Certain fundamental components of our private society and the membership association were inferred but not necessarily precisely conveyed with our choice of language and the presentations. Thus, we now see that we must correct previous errors and mistakes, whether done by commission or omission, and more properly present to our membership and the world at large what exactly we are and what we are not. In this regard, pursuant to this announcement, we wish to define these fundamental points and the principles to achieve clarity for all concerned. These points are as follows. See, the TBC community was founded as a private society and a private contract association and continues as such to this day. It will always be defined exactly by these two phrases. A private society is not incorporated to any jurisdiction and is established upon the right of all people to have and express the paramount right of self-determination and the private association. As an unincorporated body politic, we do not derive our existence from any external authorization, but by the will and intent of the members of the society. At the same time, we honor and respect the laws of all nations, and we do not encourage any member to do otherwise. It is of the highest importance in our principles of association that we remain in honor and peace with all people and all nations. Our society is founded upon a mission purpose with stated principles. This mission purpose will soon be formally defined in a published mission statement, while at the same time, since our inception, we have put forward the principles that in fact define our mission and purpose in various written presentations, both public and private. The mission and principles are simple and pure. We are here to provide the people of the world a tool to alleviate all poverty and suffering for all people. This tool puts into hands of the people the right of self-empowerment. A private contract association is a group of people who come together to form a mutual basis of association, a mutual benefit society, in which all benefit from the structure, tools, and the principles of the society, accrue to and are shared by all the members. A private society and a private contract association style as a mutual benefit society is not owned by any individual. They exist by the will of the members and are established on the basis of privately contracting to any agreed upon set of rules and activities. These rules have already been made clear since our beginning as what is required to be a member of our society and association in good standing. As a member in good standing, one has the benefit of using the billion coin and the criminal currency as a private medium of the exchange. One of our mistakes was naming this currency as a form of money. We now realize it's not accurate, and this will be soon corrected, and we have also seen that it has been corrected by the admin posted in the recent blog post. The term money carries certain legal definitions and implications. Thus, by this announcement, we are making it clear that any and all use of terms such as money, dollar, euro, or other similar words and the references was done in error and mistakes. We therefore hereby issue our formal apology and the declaration of intent to correct such mistakes henceforth and with the utmost expediency possible. TBC and the Kringle are not commercial instruments or negotiable paper as those terms are defined in domestic and the international legal systems. Any implications, inference, or aspersions to the contrary were done in error, and again we apologize for any misunderstanding or confusion caused our by our inaccurate use of language. All of this will soon be corrected on our websites and any other materials available, either public or the private. TBC and the Kringle are not in any way a security instrument. They do not secure any interest in any intrinsic value, commodity, asset, or account. They are a privately issued medium of the exchange, available only to members of the private mission society and private contract association, pursuant to and according to its private set of rules of the membership and the participation. The inherent value that they represent is only the life force and the spiritual value of our private society members. We are a global sharing and almosignery society. The sharing is derived by the private contract agreement to share our value and the life force with each other for mutual support and a benefit. TBC and the Kringle are a private currency which means it's designed to flow through a channel, much like a river has a current and that flows through its course, or electricity has a current that flows through wires that provide the value of the kinetic work to light our homes and run our factories. We share the common purpose and the value of using our life force as a current that flows through the course of our system, which is made up of living men, women, and children. Almosignery means charitable, and we define our society as such because we believe in the truth of kindness, giving, sharing, and supporting lives of integrity and respect. As we all work together to build this global community, we are providing true giving and sharing for all who participate. Any use or reference to commercial terms or comparative value ratios against national currencies or precious metals is only for comparative purposes and does not impute any direct or secured relationship to such instruments or assets. Any misconstruction of this in the past was done by mistake and error, for which we apologize and shall rapidly correct as stated herein. Any interference that TBC or Kringle is a medium of the investment is entirely inaccurate, and once again, any language in previous materials, websites, or presentations that have endangered such mistaken inferences shall be corrected. Any statements that are private medium of the exchange carried fungible potential with public currencies and never inferred or intended. Henceforth, we shall use the formal names of our organization as the Kringle Private Society and the TBC Private Contract Association also. Our mission statement and the related materials to this effect will be forthcoming and made available to the public via to our official main website. We do not accept any misconstruction of our society, its purpose, its principles, or its association that might be found on any other public medium, that is YouTube or any kind of the social media platform or any individual websites. Only formally authorized materials henceforth be considered acceptable to represent these entities, and such materials will also be issued under the formal seal of the society, which is currently being developed and will be announced on our website. Upon which announcement, all materials, brochures, publicly accessible websites, and any other medium of the communication will display the seal, and only the TBC administrative team shall be authorized to use said seal. In the near future, articles of association will be published for the private contract association. All current and future members will be required to electronically sign and accept the articles in order to continue with their membership. These articles will comprise the contractual basis of our association, thus fulfilling the requirements of a private contract association, henceforth also referred to as PCA, Private Contract Association. These articles will contain already existing rules of the membership with the addition of a few required stipulations to properly reflect the information presented in this announcement. As a private society or as a Kringle Private Society has its full authority to create its form of the governance, law form, court and a private treasury. This will be established to better serve the and protect the interests of our members and will be available to every member for the settlement of disputes and other such basic principles of a balanced society of the man, women, and the children. It will take time to properly fulfill these requirements, and all members will be kept informed as to the progress thereof. We request the understanding and the patience of our members in this process. Our purpose and mission includes the education of our members so that they grow into properly informed and intelligent members of the private society and the larger world society of our respective countries and the world as a whole. In months to come, we shall be implementing tools for such education so that our members can be successful with TBC and Kringle and understand how to use it for their benefit and the mutual benefit of our members. Within such education, some of the terms and points contained in this announcement and the future materials will be clarified so that we proceed forward together as a well-educated body, politics of competent and educated people that are here in association to benefit ourselves, the communities and the nations in which we live and work, and the world as a whole. The only value that the TBC and the Kringle carry is that of the mutual benefit, confidence of our private members. We hold the value of every human being on this planet to be one of the highest order pursuant to our privately held benefits and conscience. All of our members comprise the collective value of our society as an ecclesia defined as the body of the congregation. That is the living body of our congregation together. We are a non-denominational and a non-hierarchical body of the living beings. This is the definition of the body politic. Thus, we consider our society to be an ecclesiastical body politic, immune from the public, commercial, and corporate jurisdictional authorities of constituted national bodies politic. We do not ascribe to any given religion, path, or any other denomination of belief, or while at the same time we support all of our members in the pursuit of their right of self-determination to uphold individual beliefs and the modes of living through private and the personal conscience. The only exclusion to this principle is against those who would use our society to promote violence or harm to others. This includes an absolute forbiddance of any illicit use of our private medium of the exchange in any manner to take advantage of another or to transgress the domestic laws of the nations in which one lives. We are here to promote peace and the prosperity for all human beings and all living things in this world. The Kringle Society has been established in conformity and in alignment with the Pantera de Oro Private Society. It's an extract from this Pantera de Oro Private Society. All records of the Kringle Private Society are secured and held in private permanent archival system of records of the Pantera de Oro Society Court of Election. We are in full alignment with the global published declaration of intention of the Pantera de Oro Private Society and formally adopt the principles contained therein. as a members of the Pantera and formally adopt the principles contained therein. As a members of the Pantera GRA private society, we are aligned with and included therein to the formal announcement to all world administrative bodies and the offer of treaty of peace and cessation of hostilities presented to the Holy See via the Nuncio of Washington, District of Columbia. We are in a peace with all public entities and institutions worldwide, neutral in the public and proceeding in peaceful harmony and committee with all agencies, departments and authorities of any and all public entities of national character. Henceforth, all public communications shall be under the seal of Kringle Private Society and the International Flag of Peace. To all of our current members, please be patient as we undertake the necessary changes as described in this announcement. We'll have abundant details ready to provide within our private member enclosures in weeks and months to come. The changes being undertaken will ensure a stronger and a more resilient membership for all of us for the fulfillment of our mission and the prosperity of all. Thank you for your patience and the consideration and the continuing support. Finally, we wish to address something that is currently in progress with respect to the inquiry being conducted by the SEC, Security Exchange Commission of the United States. Some of our members are aware of this, but most are not. Thus, we want to be clear and above board on this point so that all are aware of the situation and understand it properly. This inquiry is a legal process by an authorized government agency. We understand that this is being done with most of all other cryptocurrencies and the digital currencies to determine if any given currency is in fact structured or promoted as a security. As such would be defined as a US laws. As we all know, many new currencies, coins, or even the tokens are being created now and have been for several years through a type of the offering known as ICO or the initial coin offering. This is of course similar to what occurs with a private company decides to take a corporation public by contracting with a market maker to underwrite an IPO or initial public offering. So obviously there are similarities in language and a function. An IPO sells a stock that is based on the stock market in a company that is being backed by the assets of the corporation and is being promoted on the basis of the future earnings. This secures the shares of the stock by the assets and thus is a security within the scope of the US law, and the Security Exchange Commission has jurisdiction over such securities to regulate and control within the public markets. That agency is called the Security Exchange Commission because it regulates and oversees the ongoing exchange of securities through normal market functions. When ICOs first came out, they offered coin or token for cash, usually denominated in US dollars, over which the United States and its agencies have jurisdiction. The coins issued were secured against the cash raised by the offering or oftentimes by an asset base such as real estate that were explicitly stated to back the coin. These then become a form of security, and thus the Security Exchange Commission has been investigating many of these coins to determine whether they are a security or not, and if not, to bring them into the regulatory environment of their jurisdiction. In the case of the TBC and the Kringle, we do not fall into this category. We have never made any claim that TBC and the Kringle are found on the secured interest in assets or public funds. We are not in the jurisdiction of the United States because we are not a corporate entity in that jurisdiction, and we do not derive our authority to exist or operate from said jurisdiction. We have always been clear that we are a private society and a private member organization. We now realize that we made a mistake in referring the value of the TVC and the coin in dollar terms, and this was corrected earlier this year. We now make reference to grains of the gold, but to be absolutely clear, we have never declared either publicly or privately that the currency of the TBC and are secured or backed by the gold, only using a grain of gold as a reference point. The value of the TBC is simply and solely the value of the living men who participate in our Kringle society, buy and through our private contract association or PCA. When any members joins the TBC community, they contract to abide by the rules and the regulations that we publish. We'll soon be expanding the details of our structure with written and educational materials to reflect this. But since inception, we have only been a private member organization, and the value of our currency is nothing more than the value of our membership. So for any members who are currently under a subpoena by the Security Exchange Commission to provide data and information, we encourage you to be fully cooperative with their inquiry and at all times tell the truth as best as you know and understand it. We have nothing to hide or avoid, so the truth is always the best policy. We firmly believe that in the end, this inquiry will prove the statements we have made here, and the Security Exchange Commission will determine that we are not offering securities, have never been made any sort of the initial offerings or public offerings, and we do not promote any secured interest. TBC and a crinkle are a private medium of the exchange to be used to promote equitable exchange between private parties for goods and services. If some members have experienced TBC for domestic currencies of any country, then they should consult professionals as to any legal requirements that may entitle as far the taxation, reporting, or other legislations with respect to other home country or residence or domicile. This also include if the exchange or private medium of exchange for goods and services in our domestic region might carry any tax implications. We always encourage our members to recognize the truth in the statement that also persons liable to report and pay income taxes must do in conformity with law. In the near future, we will be formally structuring our society, PCA, and the community with more precise detail as what is acceptable and proper with respect to the exchange and the use of private medium of the exchange. So this is the last statement of the Crinkle Society mission statement, and my daughter and Angel, my daughter will be winding up this session. On our behalf, I am doing her broadcasting, and let us promote our channel. Let us become more popular in subscribing channels and giving the likes. I'll be definitely suggesting everyone to be highlighted of promoting even our kids also in the expansion of the community members. Till then, all the brothers and sisters who are watching and patiently and hearing for your precious time, I really congratulate you all. And till then, take care and peace.